God's people had been divided into two kingdoms for many years. In the south there was Judah, where David's family ruled in Jerusalem, and in the north there was Israel, with its capital Samaria. Amaziah the son of Joash was king in Judah. He struck down the men who had killed his father, but not their children. He also struck down 10,000 Edomites in the Valley of Salt, but he brought back their idols to Judah. A prophet told him he would be destroyed. Then Amaziah sent a message to Jehoash the king in Israel, challenging him to battle. Jehoash told him he was being proud and should stay at home, but Amaziah wouldn't listen. So they met in battle, and Judah was defeated. Jehoash captured Amaziah, broke down part of Jerusalem's wall, and took gold and silver from the temple. Amaziah lived longer than Jehoash, but later some people plotted against him and killed him. Judah's next king was Amaziah's son Uzziah. Like his father, he mostly did what was right in God's sight, but the people still offered sacrifices in places where they shouldn't. For as long as Uzziah sought the Lord, things went well with him. He defeated enemies and built towers and made devices that could shoot arrows. But when he was strong, Uzziah became proud. He went into the temple to burn incense on the altar, which only the priests were allowed to do. The Lord struck Uzziah with a skin disease, and he had to live separately from other people. And his son Jotham governed the land. When Uzziah died, Jotham became king. He did what was right in God's eyes and defeated the Ammonites. After Jotham, Ahaz became king. He did not do what was right, but was like the kings of Israel. He made idols and even sacrificed his own son. So the Lord gave Syria, Israel, and the Edomites victories over Judah, and many captives were taken. Ahaz asked Tiglath-Pileser, the king of Assyria, for help. He marched against the Syrians in Damascus, and Ahaz went to meet him. He saw an altar there and asked for a copy of it to be made in the temple. Later, he shut the doors of the temple and put up altars everywhere and made sacrifices to other gods, provoking the Lord to anger. In the northern kingdom of Israel, there were 7 more kings after Jehoash. First, there was Jeroboam II, who did what was evil in God's sight. Second, there was Zechariah, who also did evil. He was put to death by Shallum, who became the next king. After Shallum, Menahem reigned for 10 years, followed by his son Pekahiah. They both did evil in God's eyes. After Pekahiah came Pekah, and in his days Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, captured some of Israel's land. The last king of Israel was Hoshea. He killed Pekah and reigned for 9 years, doing what was evil. Then Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria, invaded the land, took away the people to Assyria, and the kingdom of Israel was no more. This was a judgment from God, because the people wouldn't listen to the prophets and turn from their evil ways. Later, the king of Assyria gave other people homes in the land, and some of them married Israelites. The people there mixed the worship of the Lord with wrong kinds of worship, and were called Samaritans. What do we learn from this? That God gives help to those who seek him. When Uzziah trusted the Lord, he was made strong in battle, but God opposes the proud. When Uzziah's heart was puffed up, God brought him down low. And we learn that God judges disobedience. King Ahaz faced defeat, and Israel was destroyed because of their sin. This is why we all need Jesus, who died on the cross to save us from God's judgment.